It's the kid, 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 it's the kid. Guys, sorry. Busy week. I'm very sorry that I'm really coming at you now with this Q&A. So again, this is the Q&A. What happens is every single week you can send in your questions. How do you send in your questions? It's very simple. You head to the website halffootballhot.com. You scroll down, you put in your name and your email, and you can ask me any question, either football related or non-football related. So without further ado, let us try and break these down. So from Pimp Juice, hey HH, what are your favorite animated films? Mine are The Incredibles, Toy Story, and Tarzan. I think I already might have answered this, but again, in case I haven't, Basil the Great Mouse Detective, Akira, so Basil the Great Mouse Detective, Akira, Fist of the North Star, which is another anime. So two of them are anime. And I think those are it. As far as my favorites, I would say are those three. I do like Who Framed Roger Rabbit though, because that's a very forward-thinking film. So I think that's a special one for me because based on just what it did. But I think definitely, if off the top of my head, Akira, Fist of the North Star, and Fist of the North Star, Akira, Basil the Great Mouse Detective, and what's it called? The Last Flight. I think it's called The Last Flight of the Osiris, an Animatrix film, and also the Second Renaissance Part 1 and Part 2, which is also an Animatrix film as well. So those are the ones. Okay, so next one here. Big Rich, hey HH, how many years do you think Neymar will play for PSG before leaving? Well, we're hearing supposed that he wants to actually leave already and go back to Barcelona, which I think is completely and absolutely preposterous. For me, I think 3 years. I think even if they win the Champions League next year, I don't see it's a short-term thing. He's not there for the long term. It's definitely a short-term thing. So I'm going to say 3 years. I do believe in after 3 years he'll be gone. Rai Gomez, hey HH, do you think Cristiano Ronaldo is overrated? And do you think Chelsea should fire Conte to win the Premier League next season? You're the best in this game, and I wish you the best. Thank you very much. Do I think Cristiano Ronaldo is overrated? Yes. I do believe he's one of the most overrated players in the world, and people do not understand that. All because I think he's overrated doesn't mean I think he's crap. I just think that he's not as good as people say he is. Great goal scorer, not a great player. Should Chelsea fire Conte to win the Premier League next season? Yes. If they want to win the Premier League next season, especially with what Guardiola is doing with Man City, they do need a forward thinker and a different approach. The approach with Conte, without Diego Costa, will not win them the Premier League next season. So that's just a harsh fact. Dylan Holmes, hi HH, as a fan of the NBA, what are your thoughts on the Eastern Conference this season? Do you think the Celtics and Raptors are guaranteed to finish above Cleveland? And if so, who do you think will finish first? And do you think either of them could beat Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals and potentially beat the Golden State or Houston in the finals? Also, why do you think it didn't work out for Isaiah Thomas at Cleveland? Much love, bro. Alright, let's try and pick this off. Eastern Conference it's definitely exciting, and I think because of the Cavaliers and the trades that the Cavaliers did, you're definitely seeing everybody's able to beat anybody, and the kind of monopoly that the Cleveland used to have in the Eastern Conference, especially when they had Kyrie, has gone now. The new guys that Cleveland have definitely fitted in very well, but I still think that it is far more competitive than it's been in previous seasons. I do think that the Celtics will eventually win the conference. I do. Is it them, the Raptors? I think they will finish above Cleveland. I still think Celtics will finish first. Cleveland, as long as Cleveland have LeBron, they will make it to the NBA Finals. I just think that he is just that killer app that will put them over the hump. Although, if the Celtics had a fit Gordon Hayward, I do think it would have been a lot closer. It would have been interesting. It would have maybe gone to 7 games. Although right now, without Gordon Hayward, even as good as Kyrie is, I still think max that goes six games. So it doesn't go beyond 6 games. So, I mean, for me, the winner's going to come out of the West. It's either going to be Golden State or Houston, and I don't trust Houston in pressure games. Regular season is one thing, post game is where it really counts. I still say that the name on that trophy is still Golden State, so somebody has to beat them rather than Golden State have to beat anybody. You have to go out and take it from Golden State right now because they're the ones that have the trophy because they are still the best team. So from Blackwater, man, damn. Okay, hi HH. I offer you to make a video about why modern superstars are overrated compared to old school legends. I mean, the inability to show up. So this is from Blackwater. So I mean the inability to show up and do great things when their teams have really tough games and struggles. The more I watch football, the more I understand how important this is. When people miss such crucial things, they make wrong conclusions about ranking modern players in the all-time period. I decided to offer you of making such a video after I've watched Milan United in the semis in the Champions League in 2007. They once again saw the difference I'm talking about. Look, Old Trafford, first leg, United dominating and Milan having a very, very tough game. But Kaka, old school legend, doing great things and scores 2 crucial goals. I remember those goals. The second goal was bloody brilliant. I remember that. Then at the San Siro second leg, Kaka scores 1 more crucial goal. Man United are struggling. Cristiano fails and disappears when his team needed him the most. It's not just 1 or 2 examples, and I analyzed it on many occasions. It's very typical for Messi and Cristiano. That's why they look very different playing for their countries. Just remember the late 2016 when Messi was amazing in the comfortable game against Colombia, but almost disappeared in a tough games against Brazil. So Double H, I repeat, I offer to make a video about it. If you do it, that'll be great. Yeah, I mean, I will look into it. I'll look into it. I mean, as I've always said, people keep thinking that why he's stuck in the 90s, why he's stuck in the past. I do believe that the individuals we had in the 90s and in the early 2000s had stronger characters and were far better difference makers than the guys that we have now. And for me, I always use the example of the World Cup or international tournaments, which which are harder than the Champions League and league games because more is required of you as an individual in those kinds of games. So yes, it's definitely something I will definitely want to look towards. All right, let's roll through. Callum, hey HH, bit of a political question this week. What were your initial thoughts when Barack Obama became president of the US, and do you think he had a good presidence during, and do you think he was a good president during his tenure? Also, do you think there will be another black or colored president in the next 20 years? When Obama became president, it was definitely shocking. I was like, wow, the US nominated a non-white president, because literally every single president up until then was a white man. So this was the first non-white male president. So I was like, wow, this is huge, because I never thought I would see that in my lifetime, based on racial issues. For me, I feel that he did good things, and in other words, I think he failed to really try and break the racial barriers around. He probably did better towards the latter edge of his presidency, but I think that for Obama, he tried to be balanced, because he didn't want to anger the majority white population in America, but at the same time, he didn't want to let down a lot of the African Americans who actually put him in that whiteness based on just how. Based, remember, the African American turnout for voting for Obama was the highest turnout ever from African Americans who normally don't even bother voting because they just don't really want to vote for some white dude. So yeah, I think he just tried to do both, but I don't feel it was as world changing as people made it out to be. Also, do you think there will be another in the next 20 years? I doubt it. Possibly, but I doubt it. I just think that there are still so many racial issues that America have, and especially with Trump as well. I think I feel that there's going to be a massive conflict coming soon. That's my hot take. I think America's going to have a certain kind of civil war coming soon. You heard it here first. From Yared, hello HH. 2 very small questions this week. 1, why do you think this? Who do you think is a bigger club between United and Tottenham? Man United. That's not even close. Based on trophies and global brand. 2, who do you think is the better defender between Jones, Stones, Maguire, and Smalling? That's tough. That's pretty tough. I'll probably say Jones, and I think I think Jones is the Man United guy, isn't it? Phil Jones, yeah. Definitely Phil Jones. Even if he does make mistakes, I definitely think that Phil Jones is the better defender. Stone's been the better ball playing defender, but I think Jones is the better defender. Let me just see Maguire. Who's the Maguire defender? Harry Maguire. Yeah, I'll definitely go for Jones. I just think that, and he's not great, but out of those, I'll rooting for him. Kavish Birju. I can't believe in a hangout, men were saying Lewandowski is on the best striker right now. Squad versus Barcelona, Real, Juventus, Atletico, Roma, Arsenal, PSG since 2014. Third most goals and assists behind only Messi and Cristiano in the Champions League since 2013. Muller is fourth, by the way. Scored in the Champions League semis, quarters, and round of 16. So add to his achievements, carried Poland to Euro 2016, scored versus Portugal to carry the game to extra time, carried Poland to World Cup by breaking the goal-scoring record. Only person to score 5 goals in 9 minutes against Wolfsburg, who was knocked out to Real that year, I might add. I don't know if you can name any striker currently playing who is as clutch or as prolific as Lewandowski, because I can't. Yeah, I'll give it to you 100%. You know, Lewandowski is clutch, and I think the people that said that just don't watch the Bundesliga. He is, and I've said this many times, he's the most talented striker in the world. And I'm not shaking from that. Sorry. Ben Joel, hey HH, I don't mean to come across as disrespectful or disheartening with this question, but if every player of African descent had represented their home nation instead of playing for countries like England and France, do you think at least one African country would have won the World Cup by now? Some of the teams we could have had are scary. Management, coaching. 1000%, when you look at the talent that Africans have had, and when you look at the amounts of guys who have just look at France. All of those guys are from African heritage. Some of the guys even from Holland, some of the guys even from England as well. But I think you need the right coach, the right manager, and the right team. Because again, you look at how well African nations do in the younger tournaments. So I do feel like 100% they would have, one of them would have eventually won a World Cup, but they would have because I think in senior level, you definitely need better coaching and better management, really. Manfred Gunza, hello HH, what is your greatest fear in life? And what situation would you rather not be in? Being in a plane that is 30 minutes away from a crash, landing in the middle of the ocean where you have a chance of surviving, or being told you only have a week to live? Man, my God, what kind of question is this? My greatest fear has to be death and the unknown. For me, that's more than anything on earth, because the fact of not knowing, and because I was having, it's so crazy, yes, because I had this conversation with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about death, the afterlife, the universe, and so forth, and just I think that is, I think I don't know what they call it, but it is a bit of a fear of like the unknown. Who are we in this world? How insignificant we are. The unknown. What happens at death? What is the meaning of life? The concept of a creator. All these things are fearful, because I don't also know these things, and maybe the truth could be something that could just be so crazy that we cannot understand. So yeah, definitely the fear of the unknown. For me, I'd probably rather be in the the plane crash. As scary as that is, there's a chance. There's a chance, even if there's a small chance, there's still a chance of survival. Whereas like 1 week to live, I mean, my God, what the hell can I do in a week? But put it this way, I would rather, touch wood, please gladly never be in any of those two situations, because those are horrendous situations. Thanks for the question, though. James Lombardo. With Yaya Toure in the last few months of his Man City contract, how good do you think he was at his peak? And do you think he's top 10 midfielders in the Premier League? Also, do you think he's finished, or could he still do a job for a club such as Palace or West Ham? Yaya Toure at his peak was one of the best midfielders in the world, 100%. And 1000%, he's not top 10. I would argue he is top 3 or top 4. Without a doubt, top 5 midfielders in the Premier League. I'd argue top 3. At his peak, Toure was absolutely incredible. Remember, I think it was the 2013-2014 season, I believe. For me, the best season ever of a midfielder in the Premier League. Possibly one of the best singular seasons of a midfielder that I've ever seen. So, Toure at his peak was amazing. He's too old now. He's too old. I don't think he can do the same job now. Following Babalola. Dear HH, what do you think about Black Panther, and what are your top 5 MCU films? Not X-Men, Fantastic Four, Blade, or Deadpool. And are you looking forward to Infinity War? And could you do a review before the film comes out? Liverpool versus Real, who wins? Keep up the great vids and content. Okay. Black Panther is very complicated. I'll probably maybe do a separate video about that. It was a good film, but as a Nigerian, I did have some beef with how Africa was represented, and a few things with how setting things about African psychology and culture was represented there. But despite my beefs about the character and who was actually financing it, how it was actually created, I do feel that Ryan Coogler did do a very good job writing and directing the film, and the acting I thought was great. Top 5 MCU films: Captain America: First Avenger, Civil War, Winter Soldier, Avengers, and at the moment I'd probably say Black Panther, just based on just the. No, actually, no. Now you say whenever you say top 5, I think you mean favorites. So as a fifth one, I thought Ant-Man was pretty funny. Actually, I was not a fan of the Iron Man films or the Thor films. I mean, I thought Ant-Man was pretty funny though. So I don't think there've been 5 I'd like. So I'd probably just say those 4. So the 3 Captain America films and Avengers. I think those are the 4 that I'll put up. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think I missed that one. Liverpool versus Real, who wins? Real Madrid, because I don't trust Liverpool's defense. Shad Hodel, who's the greatest out of Yaya Toure, Drogba, and Eto'o? I would say Eto'o, based on the fact that he did it for Real Mallorca, he did it for Barcelona, he did it for Inter Milan, and there were occasions where he definitely showed up for Cameroon. So I think I'll say Eto'o based on how well he played for different teams and different systems. Although Drogba and Yaya Toure were amazing, but I think the difference is Eto'o did it for different teams and for a longer amount of time. Killmonger, interesting. Do you think a front 3 of Sturridge, Royce, and Bale could win the Champions League if they were fit and in form? Nah. They'd come close, but nah. There are better front 3s than them, and I'm not sure how well they would work well together. Even if they were in form, I don't know how well they'd work well together. Max Okundov, hey Halfhope, do you think Emery should be sacked right now or after the season? Right now. And if you were the PSG's owners, what would you do, not only with the manager but the squad, the players, the coaching staff in general? What new things would you implement? Better coaching, a better defense, and they need a defense manager. They need a defense coach. Thank you for putting the best football analysis. You're the best. Keep up the amazing work. Yeah, look, they need a better coach, a better manager, because the talent is there. But Emery is a clown. The guy's a flipping clown, and I think how he kept his job after the miracle at Camp Nou is beyond me. Pierre Richard Michel, hello HH. My question this week: what do you think of CONMEBOL considering to add European teams to the Copa America, teams like France, Portugal, Spain, and etc.? I find this ridiculous. Imagine Copa America champion versus France. Copa America should stick to the current format, then add a couple of North American teams like USA, Honduras, Panama, keep it in the same continent, and who should... Yeah, dumb idea. Copa America should stay South American. Once they do that, you lose the very essence of what it's about. It's a flipping regional thing based on continents. And who should PSG hire as manager for 2018-2019? Thanks. Keep up the excellent work. I think they should go for someone like his Spalletti. I think a guy who is very tactical and can train the defense, because what I always say that if you've got an amazing attack, amazing in the individuals, what you need are tactics, people who a manager who understands match management, and that is what they need. And I think that's what Spalletti can bring to it. So I definitely think they need an Italian coach, because I think Emery is not that dude. MC, will you think about bringing Alexandre into tier 3? If not, what will you have to do to get there? I'm watching him. He's definitely looking good, but I still don't feel he is yet up to tier 3. I still think that he needs to be a bit more consistent, because I think for tier 3, you have to truly be quality and consistent quality. Remember, tier 1 is you're literally our elite, the best of the best. Tier 2 is you're amazing. You're extremely very good. And tier 3 is that you're very, very good. Remember, so tier 2, you're excellent. Tier 1, elite. Tier 3, very, very good. So Is Alexandrov very, very good? I don't think so. I think he's good, and he's on the way to being very, very good. Guys, that is it for me here on the Q&A. Remember, if you want a question asked next week, head to the website now. It is halfhopefootballhot.com. The official website's halfhopefootballhot.com. You scroll down, you put in your name, your email, ask me any question, football or non-football related, and I shall answer it to you next week. Peace out, stay true, and stay black.